Aloha nerds and welcome back to another TheSalawag's Why It's Great Gut Reaction. And I have to say, John Wick 3 was awesome. This is a week late. I saw it last week with my parents. What a good time. John Wick always delivers. I'd say John Wick 2, still my favorite. But if you want to see John Wick 3, you're in for them totally upping the ante on the action. That little clip I just showed in the first bit here. Wow, that whole fight scene is amazing. The motorcycle fight starts off the movie. Great way to start. What a great time. Wow. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Good movie. Go see it. Aloha nerds and welcome back to another TheSalawag's Why It's Great Gut Reaction. Director Chad Stahelski. Holy crap, that took me a minute to get that right. Director Chad Stahelski, Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, the whole crew brings it right back for John Wick 3 Parabellum. I saw this last week. This is a late review. I saw it last week. What a great time. John Wick 2, I'll say better, but I'll say why later. Because if you want to see this movie, you got to see this movie. It's a great action flick. Keanu Reeves really delivers on the action. I think the opening action scenes are so good in this movie. They're better than almost all the action in the last two movies. And that's just the opening. The whole first 30 minutes of this movie is action. What an awesome time. If you're an action fan, get out there and go see John Wick 3. It's a great action flick. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with the humor in this movie. I think this is definitely the funniest of the trilogy so far that we're getting from John Wick. Even during the action scenes, I've never laughed so much as between the last two John Wick movies. You know, that first movie, they were trying to really do a good action movie. Like, that was their goal. Make a good action movie. Make it work. Second movie, like, okay, let's get a little more emotion in there. Let's really build the world properly. And then this movie, like, okay, we've done those first two things. Now let's have fun. And the action has a good sense of comedy. And I'm going to spoil this a little bit. There's not quite as much story in this one. I think John Wick 2 really carried the story elements of the first one really well and unveiled us to the characters in the best way possible. And this one says, okay, now we're going to get into the mythology of John Wick, but also double down on the action. You know, in terms of mythology, I think it's really exciting. You get to meet certain characters in John Wick 3 who kind of reveal John Wick's history that pre-exists before these movies start, that are our window into this character. And the funny thing I felt when I was watching this movie is that John Wick reminds me of Steven Seagal. Not necessarily Keanu Reeves, but John Wick himself. He's like just the invincible hero who just can't stop killing everyone in his path. I think that's one of the funny things about the John Wick series, and particularly this movie. John Wick is just basically invincible in this movie. You're in for just a party. You know, John Wick 2 was your homework for John Wick 3. So that if you were like, oh, I want some more emotion and character, I'm sorry, that's in John Wick 2. Watch that so that you can just have a blast and understand what's going on in this one. Yeah, I just love John Wick 2. That one still got me. And the beautiful thing is that John Wick 3 literally picks up where John Wick 2 had left off. So if you had enjoyed that movie, I remember I liked John Wick 1. I loved John Wick 2. And 3, I'm like, you know, it's kind of in the middle. You know, I think the best parts about this movie are the same thing the best parts about the other movie. You want the great action. You want the great time. But it's fun, really, I don't know, seeing Keanu Reeves really challenge himself in all these different fight scenes where he's doing these incredible stunts and moves, and we get all this sort of Bourne Identity kind of, we come back to Bourne Identity a little bit with one of the fights, a great fight in the library where Keanu takes someone down with a book, which is epic. So yeah, that's what I got. I'm really just repeating myself. Great time, John Wick. Go watch that movie. Thank you for watching.